everybody. So what I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about today is going back to the Deepak Chopra 21-day abundance challenge. So if you watched my previous video, I talked a little, I think I was on day 6 at the time, and so basically the challenge is very much about every day there's a meditation. So it's about 15 minutes usually, so it's more than doable even for like the busiest person. So every meditation I've got a centering thought that you're supposed to think throughout the day, and then every day also has got certain exercises. So for example, I think yesterday's was the centering thought was I give that I want to receive, which is so beautiful. So you're kind of supposed to give what you actually want to receive. So if you want to receive more love, then give more love. If you want to receive more patience, then give more patience. If you want to receive more money, maybe just go and do some charity. So that kind of an idea. And then so the exercises with that was, I think, writing your 5 shortcomings that kind of stops you from getting the abundance, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that was like day 9, even though it's been actually more than at least 6 days since I recorded the last video. I have kind of, so I've been kind of really busy, but what I tend to do is like there's no day goes by that I do not do the meditation. However, I think some days if I just kind of felt that I've been so busy to think about the centering thought and actually to do the exercises properly, then I tend to go back to it the next day. So I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but that's what I've been doing. So for example, I think day 8 I did it like 2 times, and then I think day 9 I did it like 3 times or something, until I kind of really felt that I really got it. I really got the centering thought, and I really got the kind of exercises nailed down. Some of the exercises, they're quite simple, but some of them are kind of, there was I think day 7 or something, like really long, like it takes about an hour to write down some statements, but most of the time it's not that long. I think day 7, I think they even said it like it's going to be the longest one. So what has been happening since then, I suppose this is the part that's most interesting. Well, I don't necessarily, nothing happened per se, although Amazon decided to give me a refund for like £4 for an item that I bought 6 months ago, which was interesting, but obviously I mean £3 does not count. However, it's, although I shouldn't say that, it probably does, because it was unexpected, it was out the blue. But obviously I'm not expecting money out the blue. But so what has been happening is that I talked a little bit about kind of the increased awareness of my thoughts, of my beliefs, and I am a psychotherapist, so it's such a hypocrite thing to do that I actually teach people to be a certain way, which I am not doing it myself. So this is when I kind of decided that I need to take on more challenges to become more positive as a person. So that what has been happening is that my awareness is increasing even more, which is wonderful, because, so for example, to give an example, the other day I needed to post something. So it was after work, so it was like 4:30, no, I think it was like 4:20 p.m. and the post office closes at 5. So I caught it. I got into the post office only to find out that there was like a queue of 20 people in front of me waiting with their masks on and stuff. And so I had just one package. However, whilst I was waiting, and I didn't really wait that long at that time, maybe just a couple of minutes, a guy came, obviously works at the post office, and told me to queue up somewhere else since I had only one package. And so it was wonderful, because he took me out of that queue of 20 people and then he put me in another queue with like 2-3 people in front of me. Anyway, when it was my turn, finally I got to the officer, and she kind of tried to scan the post. She scanned it, didn't work. She scanned it, didn't work, because I printed out my own label. And in the end she said, oh, I think you have to take this to this and this place. And I said to her, no, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go here, can you try again? And she tried one more time, but I am 100% sure, because I've done it so many times, that like I printed labels and I took it to post office, so I know what I'm talking about. But she said in the end I think she just got a little bit frustrated, and it was obviously very busy, and I think she was a little bit stressed, whatever, and she said, look, it's not working here, there's nothing I can do. So she just kind of cut me off, and then I obviously got a little bit pissed off, but I left. What else can I do? So I'm thinking this really needs to be posted today. So and I got into the car, and then I thought, okay, I'm just going to see if I can go to another post office. But on the way, I kind of noticed that I was actually thinking a little bit negatively again, like my negative automatic thoughts just came all rushing in. Things such as, oh, you know, obviously nothing works out, things do not work out for you, you know, what's the point of trying? And like, it just kind of, how it spirals into this kind of thing is just quite crazy. I mean, there wasn't any like really super negative thoughts, but one of my beliefs, or one of my experiences in the recent years developed as a belief that things do not work out smoothly for me. It's like, it's always like pulling teeth, everything has to be so bloody hard. So I kind of found myself going into that like thinking, and I finally made my way to the other post office, and at that time I think it was like 10 to 5, so, and it closes at 5 obviously. So I rushed in, and I was thinking, oh, obviously, you know, there's a possibility that this guy may not be able to scan it. Maybe there's something wrong with my labels. So I even prepared like the labels that I printed from, to kind of have a look from my phone. So when I kind of arrived at the queue, there was no queue actually, this was a really small post office, but I think there were a couple of people in front of me. When it was my turn, the guy scanned it, perfect, worked, no problems at all. So whatever was wrong in the other post office, I don't know, but everything worked out perfect. And so he took my parcel in, there was no problems. And then when I got into the car, there was still a little bit kind of adrenaline rush going through me, because of all the rushing around and feeling like, oh, it's not going to work out. And I really had to send that post today, because I sold something on Amazon, and for some reason I didn't notice my notifications, so it was really late, already like due. And you know how awful Amazon is for their sellers, and I'm so thankful I don't have to use them, that I'm actually using my own website to sell things. However, when I jumped back into the car, I still had a little bit of anxiety kind of lingering around, and then I kind of stopped myself, and I said to myself, okay, it's true that, you know, when I went to the post office and waited in the queue, yes, it didn't work out, and then I found myself going into those negative thinking. But hold on a minute, what did work out here? So I kind of switched my thinking into, rather than what was not working, to what was working, and then I just, you know, came up with stuff that worked out. Like, okay, so firstly, I didn't have to wait in the big queue, which is a wonderful plus, and secondly, that I actually finally got my package posted in the other post office. You know, what if I couldn't catch that, made that, you know, like, so actually when I switched my thinking as to like what did work, it's interesting that what did work was actually even better than what did not work. So this is the kind of awareness that I'm referring to, because over the years I just got really busy, like with kids, with work, and working in NHS is maddening, honestly, that it's just, it gets so busy. Like, we're supposed to see, and I love patient work and I love my patients, but it's just so much sometimes that you really do not have that moment to think and reflect. And this is why a lot of therapists eventually do leave NHS, because the demand is just so high. It's like you're a robot. You don't get that chance to kind of think and reflect. But yeah, so this is the kind of stuff that I'm referring to. And also something else that I'm doing is I have been listening every night, actually, like subliminal gratitude messages that I found. There was this like a channel, I think he calls it Doxy, I think he's got like some really great stuff. So it's supposed to be kind of deep sleep subliminal messages, and I've been doing that. And also I was watching someone else on YouTube, a lady that I've kind of been watching throughout the years a little bit, and her name's Tatiana James. I think she's wonderful, and she's just like so pleasant on the eye as well. Like, this is how I imagine mermaid would look. Like, she's just extremely beautiful and so smart. And I was watching a video of her, and she was kind of talking a little bit about how you have to believe that things are going to work out, because kind of manifesting what you actually want in life is a lot to do with your deeper beliefs rather than what you do on the outside. So just kind of saying positive things to yourself is not always enough. You have to actually believe that things will work out. And so yeah, that was kind of really eye-opening, because I kind of realized that, you know, at the moment I'm kind of trying to get some business success, but I kind of realized that I don't actually believe 100% that, you know, it will work out. So when I kind of heard her say this, I kind of started to kind of rethink that maybe I just need to visualize. Even if I don't kind of believe in my heart that, you know, that I am going to be successful at business. I mean, I have a successful career, but it's just another challenge that I want to take on, and I am taking on, and I want to be good at it. Otherwise, do I absolutely need it? No, I've got a good career. I have a potential to make a lot of money, but I kind of have that passion for online business. I always had that passion for online business, and I want to be good at it. So that's my current goal. But in my heart, like, so far, my experiences has not been wonderful, which then kind of set itself as a belief that, oh, I'm probably not going to be that successful. So, but when I kind of heard her say that you have to believe, I kind of started to solution focus as to what I can do to make myself believe more, even though I don't actually believe it in my heart. And that kind of saying came to my mind. I actually even say it to my patients as well, that fake it till you make it. Maybe in order to fake it, perhaps I could just visualize like making money, doing well, being successful. So that's what I've been doing, and this is also partly the reason why I'm doing the deep sleep meditation subliminal messages as well, of gratitude. And actually I did another one called I think it was like wealth, health, and something, I don't know. But if you go to like the Doxy site, I think I'll put the link down. I think it's got like wonderful kind of sleep meditations, because I feel like it kind of saves me time a little bit, because obviously I don't have a lot of time. But if I can kind of meditate and reprogram this whilst I'm sleeping, I mean, you know, that's wonderful. So that's kind of where I've been coming from. So anyway, to kind of summarize a little bit, that I am now on day 10, even though I am probably like, I should be on like day 16, something like this. But I feel wonderful in terms of how aware it's making me, and how it is making me think that everything I need is right here, right now. And that I do not need to seek anything external outside of me. And if that means that I'm not gonna make one more dime or one more pound outside of my career, that is fine. So this is kind of where I am, because I am thankful that I've got a wonderful family, I've got wonderful kids, I've got a wonderful husband. So yes, and so this is ideally where we should all be. Just kind of learn to be happy with what we've got right now. Even if nothing is going to change, this is the key, in my opinion, and this is where I'm trying to get to. Anyway, so I tend to kind of digress a lot. So if you have any questions about the Deepak Chopra meditation, if you have any questions about anything I said, please do comment below. and I'll respond. So yes, and thank you if you stayed all the way to the end to hear me blubbering about stuff. And yes, hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you.